And now, ladies and gentlemen, we would like you to all rise in the stadium for England's national anthem.
You gotta keep on shooting. You gotta keep on dribbling. You gotta... I don't know.
Passing. Scoring.
Night.
Heading.
Faking injuries.
Faking injuries.
You gotta keep on...
Tackling.
I can't even... What's the one guy? The Beckham?
David Beckham?
David Beckham.
The one guy.
Gotta-
The Beckham.
You gotta keep on bending.
Yeah, bend it like Beckham.
Good old David Bend It Like.
Good old
Beckham.
David Bend.
No,
He's a
shout
class
out
footballer.
to Chickadee magazine when they had a little poster and they had all the characters and like their attributes as soccer players that's hanging up in my little cabin out at the family camp. Shout out to that.
Shout out to the family camp and shout out to the happy hour family. Hey, everyone watching or listening or doing do whatever you fucking want. Ingest this however you may please. But welcome to the Manga Raiders Happy Hour episode. I don't actually know. What episode are we on? 141?
141? I think it's 141.
That sounds right.
If you add that up, it's episode 6.
Oh, I remember episode 6 like it was yesterday.
Look, I used my math correctly this time, and you can't deny me that.
You did, to be fair. That actually made more sense than the one where you said, yeah, you'll get 100 if you just put an extra 0 onto 10.
I wasn't wrong.
Yeah, but you weren't right either. But
I think
anyway,
it's actually episode 142? Or is it? I'm so confused.
we are in the early 140s. They say life begins at 140 anyway, so we're all
Yeah, I
in our infancy.
remember when they told me that.
But my name, we should be topical. England substitution coming off the field. Number 7, Noisy, to be replaced by number 8, Vacant.
Yeah, what's like the soccer? Is it the soccer? Is it like a soccer horn?
Football.
It's the soccer grappling hook in which one player is forcibly removed.
Yeah.
There you go. That's me. I'm here, Vacant, and of course, Canadian substitution coming off the field. Fuck knows, I can't name a Canadian player. But number 1, it's Manimal.
Brought to you by this lovely pan flute.
Are you trying to be a vuvuzela?
What?
The Vuvuzelas. Can you not remember them? Oh god. they're
Oh,
terrible.
I'd rather not remember them.
No, if I could do this in different keys, I can do the. I can't do it.
It does sound like a lovely tribal pan flute or something. Like I'm getting
No, I'm trying to be like the crowd, the audience cheering, and like those big horns that they have in like Argentina
air
or whatever.
horns.
Yeah, the Vuvuzelas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's what they're called.
Yeah.
The Vuvuzelas are more of a droning noise, like.
Like, I remember, I think was it South Africa that was
Yeah, the
there?
2010 one.
Yes.
'Cause it was
And you
a-
couldn't
very-
pass by the stadium without just hearing this extremely large droning fart noise.
it
That's
made-
kind of when the world at large seemed to be introduced to them, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's where they came from, because they were like a South African instrument or whatever, and they had thousands of them.
It's okay.
And watching the matches was ridiculous, because you just had this constant overlay of...
I just remember being at like work, and they had it on the television in the break room, and they came on, and I'm just staring at it in utter amazement at what the fuck I was looking at.
My favorite was the Newgrounds game Vuvuzela Hero, which was exactly like Guitar Hero, except over a normal song, you would just ruin it with burp, 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 burp,
Oh god.
That's brilliant. I did have one of them, the parents' conference game, when I was it 2010? Yeah, I remember having one because I still lived at home then. And then it didn't last long. I had my mum to go away because everyone kept blowing it. And, it was annoying, but we haven't got them in Russia, fortunately. They've been banned, I think, from grounds, so thankfully you don't hear it. You just hear, ultra-violent Russian thugs who want to kick England's head in. But I haven't finished introductions, I forgot. Passing it off from Manimal. He shoots.
Let's not joke. There's no American soccer players.
Yeah, there is. Brad Friedel was amazing. He was a great goalkeeper. Props to Friedel.
Who?
Brad Friedel.
Who?
Yeah, never mind. It's Coryn.
He invented Pringles.
Brad Friedel, runner of Pringles. It's me. I'm the man. I actually have a Pringles head.
I can't believe you came up with Pringles. It's so genius. Chips in a can.
Well, you see, I was eating chips out of a bag. You know what I thought?
Yeah.
I thought these could be in a can.
Chips in a can.
I actually have Pringles right here in front of me. I'm gonna pop them.
Wait, like let's actually think just how genius Pringles are, because someone was like, "What is this waste of space in a bag? I'm gonna put it in a can."
Props to
Somehow
Pringles for
they
actually
aren't
not
any
ripping you
cheaper.
off.
Probably because they spend all that time turning it into a paste and then compressing it into the same chip shape.
Oh
I
god.
think my favorite thing about that is Lay's stacks.
Oh,
which
that's right.
managed to be the same thing, but still only like 2/3 of the container are filled, even in
Shout out to
form.
Pringles for actually giving you your money's worth, whereas I had a pack of Monster Munch yesterday and I got 8 crisps in there. What's that all about?
Oh.
Just realised you guys probably don't have Monster Munch over there.
Well,
No, but
you've
this is a
described
perfect
it enough.
opportunity to add it to the list of things to shove into your carry-on bag.
Yeah, get some
I'll
Monster
bring
Munch.
some knickknacks, I'll bring some Monster Munch. It's all going to be good. It's going to be
I
fun.
asked for cheesy what's-its. That's all I really care
Vacant,
about.
as well.
Vacant. You gotta get me a Smith's mug in Manchester.
I mean, I am planning on going to Manchester, but it's in the airport.
I know, I'm just being stupid.
Can you get me something that says, if you're not a mank, you're a wank? That's probably sold in the airport, right?
I'm sure.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
sure
As soon as
I'll
you get
find
it.
something there that's
Get it.
that says that. And the man you just heard speaking there, he's laid it off. Coryn's laid it off. He's got an open goal. It is Nairbons.
I pick up the ball with my bare hands. We're now playing a better sport.
Oh, handball.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's
Yeah.
only 4 of us here. The quartet is back together. Your favourite 4 boys on the internet. That's a fact, kind of. I want to know, because I've not been here for a couple of weeks. Manimal, what have you been getting up to? How was your week? All that shit.
My week was okay. I've been trying to fit more time to play games. Hey, you know what a secret I found out is? If you just turn the sound on in a game and you sit down, it's a lot more fun.
Yes,
If
it
you
is.
don't feel the need to constantly blare records in the background, you can actually focus. And a game you thought was stupid is actually really easy to figure out.
Yeah, it can happen.
I've been playing that one cheesy, stupid anime game, Knights of Azure or something like that. It's it's a silly game, but it's actually enjoyable. It pretty much looks like a PS2 game, but sometimes I find that aesthetic kind of fun. It's
You can get away
I don't know
with it
why.
with anime style.
yeah, well, it's such a typical anime story, but I kind of enjoy that, I guess. I'm probably not actually going to beat it though, because I have games like Horizon Zero Dawn that I haven't even played yet that I should. And I also still have to beat Nier, although god damn it, the 3rd arc is already really hard. What the hell? It freaking escalated shit way more. But Yeah.
There's a definitive edition coming out, or is that for Xbox?
for what?
Nier Automata.
Why would there be a definitive version?
Because I don't know, it was announced at E3 on it.
Was it?
Back me up, someone.
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I mean, they got DLC and shit.
Yeah, I guess
The
so.
Nier DLC is weird because you unlock a big arena and the bonus bosses are the CEO of Square Enix and Platinum.
Yeah,
Oh,
I saw that.
That, that's cool. I like that. I like that idea.
So that's that.
Yeah. But no, I've been just doing that. I've been trying to play Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze as well, which is surprisingly a very hard platformer. It's the most precise platformer I've ever played because it's a game where you can't mess shit up, you know?
Are you also playing that game muted? Because it also has a really good soundtrack.
Yeah, well, I've been playing that game again when I was listening to the Chris Chan documentary, and also Digi has redeemed himself on his After Dark channel with his Gecko Estate videos that I've been listening to. I've been playing that as well.
Yeah,
So-
and then he tried to go all hard man. I am very tough, TM, on Twitter. If anyone
this
wants to say something to my face, say it to my face.
Oh, no, that's just because he's doing his live streams now.
Which I mean over the internet.
He's pretty
No.
terrified.
It's just because he's doing his live streams. But I know Digi always has the great highs and lows, but if you just follow his After Dark channel, I found it to be extremely worthwhile. And just, again, he talks about art and creativity in a way that I've literally heard no one talk about it in as just excellent a way. But yeah, I don't know. Other than that, I haven't really been doing anything else that's too exciting or worth noting. Just a lot of nothing.
Fair enough. Coryn, what have you been up to, dude?
It's good to do.
It's kind of been a busy week. Work is a mess, not because of my own fault, but because other people are making trouble for us as a company. But that's neither here or there. The two major things that happened is I bit that bullet and I finished Final Fantasy X.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On to
Yeah.
10-2.
How much do you love Jekt?
Oh, I love Jekt. But here's the thing, I'm kind of disappointed with everything else about the last boss fight.
Yeah?
Like, okay, fighting your Aeons one by one was cool, but then,
Yeah.
like, Hugh Yevon's gonna come, it's gonna be a big battle, and then he's like a little tick man who doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
And it ends, and it's over. And
Yeah.
there's no great one-winged angel boss fight kind of thing going on, you know?
But Tidus is gone, so
Yeah,
that's a happy ending.
Tidus is gone. Except Izzy. Yeah, he's gone.
He's gone.
I watched the Eternal Calm animatic thing, and then just out of curiosity, because it was already like 1 a.m, and I went for it, is I started 10-2,
Yeah.
and let me tell you, I did not know it was going to be an ATS system.
Yeah.
So when it started in just that like initial like super tutorial thing where you're just immediately thrown in the combat with nothing, I was just
Welcome to
hammering
the
X going,
Dress
what's happening? Ah! It felt like this end of 2001 when he's going through the wormhole and he's just getting like spaghettified and things are flying in your face and I didn't know what was happening. I was very scared.
It's that, but with more booty shorts.
Yeah.
Like my life.
I basically got to the point where you could save and I stopped. I took the
Yeah.
discount.
That's a regular reaction to 10-2, to be honest.
I might go back at some point because I after that night I Googled up like, so what happened with 10-2? And I got a lot of answers.
You know,
Most were not useful.
I remember playing it. If you play it, because I'm a big fan of Final Fantasy, I like the battle systems that they had in 7 and 10 and 8 and 9. If you play it differently and you just say, if this is a standalone game, it's not going to be 10, and you just sort of play it, I remember enjoying it, and there's some good systems, and I kind of like the dress sphere and changing jobs, like the sort of,
it
the
is
classic.
it's very reminiscent of Lightning Returns Final Fantasy 13's battle system, which again is borrowing from 2, but all of the 13 games were active time battle systems, which I like actually. It just it's a bit jarring going from purely turn-based to an active time battle system immediately within like 20 minutes. And
I've
then
never played that one, but I do love the concept art for here's the different class outfits for each of the 3 main characters.
and that was kind of cool seeing them switch between. It also has that Pokemon mechanic, which seems like a time investment, but okay. But yeah, it seems like it'd be fun to get into just for the gameplay aspect of it, because I saw a lot of people really praising the actual gameplay. Just the story's bad.
Yeah, I remember having fun.
To be fair with you, I don't think 10 has aged as well as some people will remember it. It was still fine, I think, but it really took the entire game for me to go, okay, I kind of see the story now and appreciate it. Up until that point, it was kind of like, come on, let's get things going so I can get to the end of this stupid thing.
There's a really good
really
video
works
out there that just compares 7 and 10, where 10 is just kind of the moral reverse of, all right, we're using technology to sap the planet, so we need faith. And then 10 is, they're using faith to sap the planet, so we need technology. Also,
put it
you
that
could
way.
just see dead people.
Just throw some Sixth Sense in there. That's all.
That
cool.
was the weird. That's the most fucked up thing too.
Yeah.
It's because Jack gets to die and go to the far plane. Tidus just turns into nothingness, a bubble, I guess.
Or does he?
I saw the spoilers,
Okay. He comes back, kinda.
but yeah, again, 10. You have to like really get the whole overall. I think to really appreciate what they're going for, and still, the writing's not very polished. The voice acting is of that era,
Yeah.
I still love that they just got John DiMaggio for Waka.
Walker's impeachable.
Yeah, Walker's amazing.
So yeah.
Pardon me.
Loved all that. And then the other big thing I did this week is I made probably the best curry I've ever made.
Whoa, brag about it.
I followed because a couple weeks ago I talked about getting the Japanese home cooking book by Morimoto, the famous Japanese chef, semi-famous. I guess he's probably bigger in Japan than he is here. But I got his cookbook, and I followed his curry recipe, which is a bit different how I made it, because I've always kind of made it with chicken. I've skipped onions, and I've used a few other things, but I followed his, and it was mostly, he ended up simmering all of his ingredients for an hour. I know this sounds very boring if you're not into food or cooking, but oh my god, it makes a difference. Oh my god, it's so good.
Slow. If you do a slow cooker curry, it's fucking sensational.
Well, it wasn't slow cooker. Again, I did all the ingredients, and then I put in the curry in the last 15 minutes and then continued just to cook it. I thought it was kind of funny because he just straight up says, just use the boxed curry because they got it right. I can't complain. And he's like, it's so hard to do it yourself. Just buy a boxed one. They're usually just fine. He specifies a brand, but I found one that isn't that brand name but has the exact same box except for the name. I think it's probably just the same stuff.
If it tastes good, it worked.
It tastes excellent. I still have a bunch left.
Whoa,
But I ended up using beef, so next time I got to use chicken again. But I was amazed because there's a whole onion in it, and it's gone. You simmer it for an hour, and it's gone. It just disappears.
Yeah.
It's wonderful. Very nice, very rich. And every time I've eaten it, I ate the last couple nights. I went to sleep, and it was like the most restless sleep I've ever had.
Most restless?
Restful. That's the wrong word.
Restful. I was going to say. That's not a
It's destroying me from the inside out. No, it puts me out like a Thanksgiving dinner.
Oh, fair enough. That's good. That's good.
Oh, this curry leaves me restless.
You ever just sit in bed, think about that curry?
I just couldn't sleep. It's grace.
A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. Yeah, no, that's kind of been my week.
And what have you been up to, dude?
Working, mostly. I don't know. I have weird hours where very frequently I go in at 1 p.m. and get back at like 10.
Oh, you're on my pattern. The 2
Yeah.
out of 10 thing.
Yeah. And it just kind of sucks because you're up early. And in my mind, that's just, you have a long morning before going to work, and all your
Yeah.
productive time is when you get back home.
Yeah.
But then everyone's already asleep, and you feel compelled to just go to sleep also.
No, I
So-
live my life as evidenced by these podcasts. You know, the fact that I'm up here recording. I'll stay awake till about 4 and then get up at 10
Yeah.
for these working days.
Well, that's the problem, is that I started adjusting my sleep schedule to, okay, I'll go to bed at like 1, and I can just get up whenever I get up because I don't go to bed, or I don't go to work until 1 p.m. And then they'll throw a curveball at me and be like, we actually need you here at 7 a.m. today.
Ooh.
And suddenly I'm sitting in bed at like 1 in the morning going, man, I really wish I hadn't adjusted myself where this is when I can sleep.
That's how I felt when I worked for Walmart, where it'd be like, we need you to be here closing until 12:30. Also, you need to be here at 6.
Yeah,
I know you live
that was
45 minutes away.
that was the
don't
reason.
think about how much sleep you're going to get.
I mean,
That was-
the good news is there is very little traffic anytime I go into work.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
It is
So-
great for that. That was actually the reason I missed last week's episode, because normally have the Wednesday off, and then they decided to go, by the way, we do need you to come in at 8 a.m. We really need you. Sorry for short notice. Bye.
I'm going to need you to come in on Saturday and Sunday.
They said
But-
sorry, so it's okay.
Yes.
I mean, I thought
do
that's
have-
that's how the British ended every conversation.
Sorry. Thank you very much. Sorry. Yeah.
Fun
that's gonna be
fact,
weird
saying
in America.
sorry 25 times in British is a complete sentence.
Sorry. I'm very sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Yeah, sorry. I feel like it's the only happens in England where, do you know when you're walking down the sidewalk? I'm using the American's pavement. And you're walking down the road.
What?
What?
No, we
Do you know
say
when
sidewalk.
No, you say sidewalk. We say pavement here. I just got my words mixed up.
Okay.
No, ignore me.
Restful.
It was very restful. But when we're walking down the road and there's someone coming the other way, and then you've got to move out the way, and you both go the same way,
Yes.
what do you guys do in America?
We say, well, we dance back and forth for a little while,
Yeah, I don't.
and then we
then-
step around each other and say sorry.
I don't say sorry to anybody.
I mean,
I
at
just
least we
keep
do.
walking.
We do here in
You're
the
in my
mid-
way. My objective.
Manimal's an asshole. At least here in the Midwest, we say sorry. We're very polite
Oh.
in the Midwest. It's not that
When-
different from England in that respect.
When I walk, I have a purpose, and if you're in my way, get the fuck out of my way.
He's
I
also
don't
got
see
one
that
hand
as fitting
free,
his
ready to
personality.
grasp his keys to kill you.
Very.
I'm going to be on edge thinking about it. In a couple of weeks, when we're all in America, we're walking down the streets of Kansas, there's Manimal fucking itching for a fight from
We
someone.
have to pull him out of the way.
Yeah. It's like, Manimal, it's not worth it.
Although, speaking of pulling things out of the way, anymore when I'm on the sidewalk and someone else is coming, I need to get further over, like into the grass, because otherwise my dog is going to jump up and greet the new people.
Nice
Yeah,
dog.
that'd do it.
Fat doggy.
Which,
Huh.
man, I can't wait for you to all meet my dog.
I'm
I
gonna
mean, I
meet
think
your
your dog's
dog.
probably more excited.
Yeah.
I need to send you the video of my dog who is sleeping and having a dream, and you can see her squeak in her sleep.
Oh.
It's very cute.
Wholesome.
I love my dog.
I
We love
didn't
him.
know that. Thanks for telling
Shout out to Naz Dog. Shout out to
Yes.
Cammy.
She's a good girl.
me. Good Tammy.
Cammy.
Good dog. Fat dog.
Good dog. Fat dog. Oh, God bless Lego. Should be here, but he's, I don't know. 6 feet in some German pussy. Possibly.
6 feet.
No,
Jesus
6 feet.
Christ.
6 feet's a long. 6 feet. Hell.
I have
Yeah,
found
what?
the only giantess remaining in Germany.
He's just impaled some poor woman.
Oh god.
Which, I mean, good for you, but shame about the murder.
Yeah. Maybe it's like, I don't know, Annie from Attack on Titan and Titanfall.
Oh god.
Then
Yeah.
you wouldn't be too bad being 6 feet in there. I guess. They don't have vaginas, do they, Titans?
Well, you guys do know that in DeviantArt that would fly. It would go over very well.
Oh,
Oh,
yes. it
yeah.
will.
Very cool.
There's a fetish for giantess.
That's the one that there also seems to be. It goes hand in hand, giantess, and then a foot fetish, like specifically.
yeah.
No, but
stinky
see that goes
feet.
that literally goes with everything. Like every single conceivable thing you can add feet to. Like literally all things.
Double amputees.
Okay. Okay, fine. All right, not everything. Okay.
I bet you, if you looked on DeviantArt hard enough, somewhere, somehow, you would find that.
Amputee foot fetish?
Yeah, well, they could still have the
That's
foot.
just
It's just
murder.
not attached.
So,
know what
like,
I
the
mean?
foot has been reattached elsewhere?
Yeah,
I don't
so
like
they've
this.
got
I don't like- I don't
they've got
like
hands for
this.
feet and feet for hands.
I don't like
I mean, let's not get started on Frankenporn today.
Okay, yeah. Oh,
Oh Jesus.
what a search term. Have you got anything else? Sorry for derailing you into the world's deviant.
No, I don't want to think about anything right now with Frankenporn rattling in my head.
Okay. Well, as far as me, there's not much going on. We are just in celebration mode because summer is here. So I've cracked open a fruity cider to celebrate. And E3 happened. I can't really talk about it because you guys did a very good episode on it. If anyone hasn't watched it, go back last week and you will see it.
Is it even out yet?
Yeah, it's come out. I just may have forgotten. I may have forgot to put the video on YouTube. Which is definitely going to be done tomorrow, which is the same day that this is going to be coming out, which is confusing. But you can have, if you're only a YouTube viewer, then you've got 2 episodes for the price of 1, and you cannot say fairer than that.
The price is free.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't complain. Or
so I'm not going to
Don't complain, or I'll bring down the rain.
I'll bring down the rain, bring down the fire, all sorts. All shit's coming on.
What's the line from Transformers? Was it like, let's bring the rain? The bald guy? What did he say?
Bring the rain! It's like an army. Yeah, like
I want to say it is bring the rain.
Yeah.
Here comes the rain.
Here comes the rain.
My favorite.
I just want you to let you know that I do bless those rains down in Africa.
Yeah.
Which one is it when Samuel L. Jackson's like, waste the motherfuckers! What's wrong with y'all?
What?
That's not
Incredibles 2. Spoilers alert.
Wow, I didn't know it was that edgy.
Yeah, he comes out. He's full on like
really
Pulp Fiction Sam Jackson.
Man, it's been 14 years. We all grew up. They knew the audience.
Yeah.
English. But yeah, so E3 happened. Nice to see some Kingdom Hearts stuff, but wow, that shit looks weird, all meshed together. Because Tangled, Frozen look like the films, Toy Story looks like the films, Hercules you can get away with in PS4 high detail. The anime original characters, so the organization and Sora and that, kind of okay. And then Mickey's just there as well, and that's going to take some getting used to in that game.
It's really weird to see the organization members popping up in the Disney worlds.
Yeah.
I don't remember them being anywhere outside of like Hollow Bastion and Twilight Town.
They did, because they did come in, but they each had like their own world that they focused on. So like Zeldin was in Beauty and the Beast and he stole the rose and was into a Heartless. I remember now, this is the weird thing, because I replayed that game and it wasn't as great, like going back to Coryn said, probably you remember it more fondly than it actually is. But, playing it, the story was a bit more piecemeal. Like, I seem to remember a lot of interactions with Sayax. I was like, Sayax is like the number 2. I remember there's loads of interactions with him. There's about 3. And no one gives a fuck about Sayax.
He does have a really cool boss fight, though.
Oh, his is great. Because he's really calm, and then he's the berserker guy. I mean, a lot of them, like Zeldin again, the Rose with Beauty and the Beast. I love that one. It was really cool. He's trying to make him angry. He's trying to make him a strong Heartless. And, he's just a bit of a prick. And he had a cool voice. God knows who that voice actor was, but he was cool.
Man, that series is iffy, short bursts of good combat that don't last long enough, followed by a crappy story with an awesome boss fight. And then the best part of it is the time right before the last boss where you're just going back and grinding and you actually get to play the game uninterrupted.
Yeah. Like I say, I suppose being an adult now and playing the game, the dialogue is quite jarring. Like it's, I need these hearts because I'm evil and I need them.
I did Dream Drop Distance not too long ago, and that's when they start to introduce time travel.
Okay. See, I have only played the main series. Fair enough. I might need to seek out some YouTube videos to bring me up to speed, because I was trying to read the wiki to prep myself for free, and it's all about the Keyblade War, and no. It all
you haven't been playing the mobile game?
No.
You don't know about the unions?
Oh, no.
And the Kai Blade, which is also pronounced Keyblade?
No.
Leonard Nimoy was there.
Wait, what?
Yeah, Leonard Nimoy voiced Master Xehanort.
Holy shit, Galvatron.
Who is not regular Xehanort, who is also not Ansem.
Oh, he was the bald
Aren't there
dude.
like 15 Xehanorts?
Yes.
There's all the 13 in Organization 13. There's Terranort. We recently got Aquanort, thanks to the trailer. And then I don't know what's up with Roxas, whether or not, or no, not Roxas, but Vanitas, who's not Ventus, who's also a part of Ventus mixed with Sora, but not Roxas, who is a part of Sora mixed with Ventus.
I'm going to have a stroke if you keep going.
It's been 20 years now.
Yeah.
It makes sense in context.
I'm sure it doesn't.
It sure doesn't.
Yeah. The thing is, to try and even grasp the story, we need someone to make like a down the rabbit hole kind of thing, to sort of explain the story. But even that would probably take about 2.5 hours to get through. So you would be baffled.
Yeah, because Klemps, who does a lot of lore videos, is going through Kingdom Hearts one game by one. But even he, starting on game 1, has to make references to the previous games where he goes, all right, here's a relatively normal thing. But this cloaked figure is actually one of 3 people all at once.
What is this shit?
Yeah.
This is too much.
Anyway, so
And then Winnie the Pooh shows up.
Winnie the Pooh's there. You've got Frozen in there just because. Well, I mean, why wouldn't it be? It's one of the popular ones. But yeah, Kingdom Hearts 3 I'm excited for. Disappointed and really salty because there is no Final Fantasy VII news. However, whatever. I'm gone past Coryn at this point. It's going to come out.
we do
sometime.
at least now know that once Kingdom Hearts 3 comes out, it'll be Final Fantasy VII full time because it's the same team making both games.
Yeah, so
sometimes
they'll be putting the finishing touches on 3, which means hopefully we'll get something next year. Maybe. Anyway, can't really go on about E3 all day. Last of Us was still good. There was lots of great games. Apparently a lot of them discovered that samurais were a thing for the first time. Every fucker threw out a samurai title.
To be fair, there's kind of... Neo 2's a sequel.
Well, yeah. Ghost of Tsushima looked fucking incredible as well.
Yes.
So...
Ghost of Tsushima... Of all the samurai games that came out, look amazing.
Yeah. I mean, as I say, everyone shut one out, but to be fair, they all looked good. So I'm not complaining. They look like fun to play. Other than that, the World Cup has started. Yeah! Woo! Party! England actually won a game. And, we're not going to win anything else, but we won a fucking game. Get in there. Fuck all the rest of the world.
Get in there. I like that phrase a lot. Get in there.
Get in there, you cunt.
Get in there.
Oh, it's great watching it in the pub because people, in the moment of passion and anger, it's great.
Like I like to watch the games, but only if I'm watching with someone else.
People come up with weird insults, weird insults in the heat of the moment. So when someone misses something, there was a player called the player who scored, Harry Kane. He's got quite a note. He has a bit of a lisp and he spits a lot. When he talks, he's a bit funny mouth. So when he got wrestled to the ground and he didn't appeal, someone really got angry and was like, "Come on, you fucking prick! His tongue needs a fucking wheelchair."
What the? Why can I please watch every game in this pub?
And the other person, another time there was, I can't remember what player it was, but it was someone, and they headed the ball and it didn't go on target. And he's like, he's got an head like a fucking woman, that cunt has. But, it's all brilliant.
I want to watch every game in this pub, unless the tongue wheelchair thing is incredible, though. That's an amazing.
His tongue needs a wheelchair. But it was fun. It was fun to watch. It's always good to get into the atmosphere and stuff. And, all throw down with it. Some wrestling as well. We couldn't record on Sunday as we normally do, even though we've moved to a Tuesday recording the last few weeks. Because I was at a party.
Yeah.
I was getting very drunk, and it was all enjoyable. Watching the wrestling. Someone fell down the stairs and then tried to play. It was really funny. A friend fell straight downstairs, But then he goes, oh, it's my party trick sliding down the stairs on my front. I just wanted to see if I could do it again. It's the worst cover-up for anything ever.
I wanted to do it again. I wanted to do it again.
I just wanted to see if I could do it, because I used to be able to do it loads. But, just thought I'd give it a go. Oh yeah, is that why you tripped forward and then fell? And then started shouting, fuck, shit, fuck, and on the way down. Of course you did, buddy. Other than that now, in more interesting things, I've been partying away, I've been doing stuff. Admittedly, I've not watched as much anime and shit, because I've been watching a lot of the footy, and E3 took over and everything. However, I have done some writing, because this is what I'm doing. Go full fanboy. Finish Kingdom Hearts 2, starting play Final Fantasy 7. I want to work on my actual technique as a writer, as opposed to, creative works and world building. I get wrapped up in all that, so I've kind of challenged myself. I'm now writing for every time I play on Final Fantasy 7. I will write the events, as in like a light novel style. So I'm just trying to, because all the story is there, it's all built, all the dialogue. I'm just trying to practice my technique, as it were, my pacing and shit. And it's actually quite enjoyable. It's a weird experiment, but it's coming off. And it's some good practice for me, so, it probably won't ever see the light of day.
How long is that game?
Very, very long. I don't think I'm going to play it.
Yeah, that's why,
Probably
again,
won't write the entirety of it, but...
I had the chance to buy it, but I was like, I'm not even going to play this for 2 minutes.
My average playthrough on there, because I want to do everything on it, exceeds 100 hours. It's probably 120 hours, I assume.
Yeah.
Because of all the grinding. But the core story you'd get done in about 70 to 80.
What?
I would say less than that.
Yeah, maybe.
I would hope so.
Like, that's another one of those games that you play early on. And I God, maybe 30, 40?
30?
For the main plot?
Maybe, I guess. I always, say, I've never played it where I do not grind the fuck out of everything. That's how I play role RPGs. I just grind.
So you've, hit every weapon every time?
Never defeated never defeated Ruby, never defeated Emerald. Never done the two. Came really close once against Ruby, but just can't do it. Absolute prick. I try. But yeah, gold chocobo, get the Knights of the Round, get everybody's ultimate weapon, get everybody's ultimate limit breakup, so they, and train them up. But yeah, anyway, doing that's fun shit. That's all I've got. Let's roll into the news.
News. We need to get my
I
guitar.
thought we were in the news.
Okay. What is on my news?
Thank you very much. I will make a confession. I've not looked at the news. I don't know what news there is.
Thanks.
Man,
I know
don't
there was an earthquake in Japan, in Osaka. We'll say, good luck to everyone out there. Sending prayers, sending thoughts. Send money, send anything. I don't know. Do what you want. Speaking of which, no, actually, that's a news story. It's reminding me of a news story. It's reminding me.
Oh, God.
Ichiro Oda, who writes One Piece, he's apparently donated $8 million worth of his own money, which I did not realize he fucking was worth that much. I didn't know Mangaka's got that much, but he's donated it to the relief fund, which is pretty damn cool, isn't it? That's a huge chunk of money.
Yeah.
I like that. And, props to him. Not a One Piece reader at the moment, but,
There's a very good chance. I think he might be worth the most of anyone still writing.
He's gotta be, surely. He's gotta be. I mean, really in the realms of him, maybe Toriyama?
I'll say Toriyama maybe, but his revenue stream has just never stopped.
Yeah.
He's so huge.
Yeah, I'd have to say Toriyama's probably the best. In terms of, revenue. Just with all the fucking video games and shit.
Yeah. And he don't know he's got a cut.
He's got to. It's his property. Wouldn't you think? Or me? I don't know. Don't know how any of that works.
Yeah. I mean, maybe you could get, Tezuka or his estate collecting off, back revenue from old properties, but Yeah, Oda just hasn't quit.
Oh, god damn. It's not even close.
Really?
Want to take a few guesses? So I'll tell you straight up, Toriyama is worth $45 million.
Ooh.
That's a few years old data, but that's what we're nominally working off. $45 million.
So with Super, we could say he's close to 50.
Let's say with 50. Let's say 50 with Super. Give a few years.
Sure.
More than I thought. That's way more than I thought he'd be. I thought he'd be worth, you take a zero off that, maybe 5, 10 mil?
All right.
Most?
Guess how much Oda is worth.
When you say it's not even close, is it bigger or smaller?
I won't. I'll let you decide.
20 mil for Oda.
Anyone else?
200 million.
It is 200 million.
Whoa!
He's worth 4 times as much as Toriyama.
Holy shit!
What the?
Holy fuck! No wonder everyone wants to write a long-standing shonen. Get me in that gravy train.
Granted, Toriyama could have been worth more at an earlier stage in his career, like when, it was really pumping. But, I mean, it's popular now. Who knows? It's hard to say. These things fluctuate. But, yeah, that's a lot of money.
Holy shit.
Dude ate that money fruit.
The money.
Good for you, Eiichiro Oda.
That makes me happy that they...
Make it rain.
Mangakas earn a lot more money than I actually thought they do. So,
I mean, the 2 most successful ones, yes.
But that
I'm
must be
imagining there's a lot of hungry artists.
Yeah, they must
who are
be... Maybe Toriyama paid his artist and Oda doesn't.
I don't know. Apparently, Kubo is worth 50.
I was going to say Kubo's got to be a millionaire easy.
I'm guessing Kishimoto's got to be
50, 60.
But
more than 50, actually, surely.
more than Oda, less than Toriyama.
I don't know. I wonder.
Naruto's got to have made bank. What about Death Note? Who wrote Death Note?
Jimmy.
Yeah, good old Jimmy. Freaking classic Jimmy.
Smits.
I'm really so proud of Jimmy. I still, to this day, I'm like, Jimmy, I can't believe what you can come up with. And he's like, yeah, I don't know. I don't really care.
Can't wait to play as Light in a fighting game.
You can't.
Crossover one.
What?
It's true. He's only in the trailer because he's in the plot for story reasons.
Wait, what game are you talking about?
Jump Force.
Yeah, that Naruto. Do you know what was dead funny? I kept watching that trailer, going, okay, Naruto. Okay, we got Luffy. Okay, we got Goku. Come on! Oh, Frieza. Okay. No Ichigo. Never mind. No love. No love for
Oh,
Bleach.
what the? Why isn't
Unless
he in
they're
there?
saving that. No Asta? No.
Get in there!
Tsugumi Oba, who wrote Naruto or Death Note, is nearly breaking $1 billion.
What? Wow. Holy shit. How is he making more than Oda?
Because Death Note's popular, and also probably has more merchandising.
And there's other franchises that he's done, too.
The
Yeah.
Netflix deal alone.
Yeah. That's what you gotta do, go on Netflix and make that money. Wow,
Weird.
shit. I'm gonna carry on writing. I'm gonna be there one day.
Now you're rethinking your life.
Yeah, now I'm definitely gonna be
I'll
practicing up
easily
writing a bit
make
more.
millions if I just write a story. That's how
Hey,
it
guys,
works.
what?
Yeah, Simon got really sold out after Heavy Rain.
Yeah.
Awful.
I wish they hadn't introduced the Taco Bell arc halfway
And then-
through.
and then
Kind of
cute.
obvious.
And then cue a clip from this podcast where he mentions that, and everyone's like, "This is the moment where he sold out."
Yeah. Oh my god.
I
thank
come from
Christ,
the
though.
elemental temple of vitamin water, which is better than normal water.
Okay, and just to end this, right at the bottom of the big three, Kishimoto, $20 million.
Aw.
They've still got Boruto going.
Yeah. Well, nobody gives a shit about Boruto.
How is Bleach?
That is not true. There's a guy at my workplace who I come up and eat lunch. He's watching Boruto every week.
Really?
He's also super jacked. I want to approach him, but he's just really ripped, and I don't know a good way to open with, So Boruto, huh?
I mean, I think that might be your opening.
He just flexes, going, "What about it?
Yo.
You gotta say something about Boruto."
You talk shit on Boruto? Because I've mastered taijutsu.
Wouldn't it be great if he didn't know Naruto? He just knows Boruto, so he's like, "What are you talking about?"
Talking about Boruto's dad? He's all right.
Chunin exam is the greatest arc there's ever been. Don't tell me it's happened before, punk. Yeah, I do like how they're mirroring that. Like, even to the episode count, like, I know that the Chunin arc was, like, 40, 50, 60, like, in terms of, like, the episodes, and this one is the exact same. It's, like, in episode 52 or whatever, and, like, it's just got it there. Chunin exam. So, can't wait for the Sand Village attack in the next 10 episodes. Spoilers for anyone. Sorry, Jack guy who's watching it. Don't want to ruin anything for you, but, The other news that I remember, it's not really news, but I've been following it because it's kind of an interesting story, is, are you guys familiar with SCP?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to be really into that site, like, in, I want to say 2011, 2012.
Yeah. Well, you've definitely followed it a lot longer than I have then. Yeah, so would you like to explain to the dear listeners at home, or do you want me to do it?
Well, that's the thing. This is not the first time that SCP as a website has just collapsed due to internal drama.
Really? Because
Yeah.
I literally jumped on it and last year. Like, I discovered it last year.
Because there was a time when SCP is a website that is kind of like just Wikipedia for Twilight Zone episode gimmicks.
Yeah.
Because you have the scary monster that only moves when people blink or aren't looking at it. And I think this came out a couple years before the Weeping Angels episode of Doctor Who. You've got the lizard that won't die, the little girl that they do indescribable things to, or else the world will end for some reason. But it's just kind of a user-created content website.
It's sort of not a writer's prompt, but it's edible Wikipedia. Anyone can enter an entry into it. Secure, contain, protect. And it's like alien life forms or demonic life forms, the paranormal and supernatural, and you write and you basically you write in the way of this organization that's, kind of like Area 51 again. I had a stroke then. My tongue needed a wheelchair then. Area 51, I guess, is what I was trying to say.
But yeah, I want to say that there was a big divide with whether or not they should be adding more like funny tongue-in-cheek entries with a lot more fan fiction with self-insert characters, or whether or not it was going to be like a serious, edgy kind of tone. And I remember there was a big divide where they deleted about 3/4 of all the entries on the website because people just got pissed and left.
Mm-hmm.
And that was long. That happened after I had already dropped off from the website. But it's kind of happening again a bit.
Kind of, yeah. So, yeah, it's this long-standing running thing. It started on 4chan, on one of their boards, and it became its own wiki. So you can go to the scp.wiki, and you can just read the entries, and there's some great ones, there's some pretty shit ones. There's been a bit of drama in it, because it all started from... I never read this one until it came to light, but basically someone made a joke article, and you can make a joke article on it if you clearly caption it, which they did, about a doorknob. It was a doorknob that was super sexy, and humans couldn't help but having sex with it and forcing themselves on a doorknob. It was an inanimate object, and that was the story. It was quite clearly satirical. It was obviously a joke. However, some of the mods and people got up in arms because they were saying, look, I get it's an object, but you're objectifying the object. You're making light of harassment. You're harassing the doorknob. It's not consenting, and this, is dangerous ground. It's not you can't joke about it. Obviously, people called it out for being dumb, saying, it's a fucking doorknob. It's a satirical story. It's a joke about a fucking doorknob. That's all. It was dumb.
So you're not hurting anyone in a story about a doorknob.
Yeah, they're basically saying, well...
I mean, are they saying the doorknob is being objectified?
Yes. They were saying, I get it's a doorknob, however you're harassing it and making light of harassment, and people do get harassed, therefore you shouldn't be joking about it.
But that's not how harassment works. Nobody's compelled by an unknown, ethereal force to fuck someone else, unless they're crazy.
Yeah, I was going to say craziness will do it. But, yeah, so there was a bit of... Somebody got in hot water. People came out of it. Then Pride Month happened, and they changed the banner icon to be a Pride, like rainbow colours, so it's Pride flag. A few of the users disagreed with it, saying it's a story-based thing. It should be apolitical. Like, there shouldn't be any, anything to keep it in character. Because in universe, it's obviously supposed to be, there's no reason to have it, is what they were saying. Personally, don't give a fuck, whatever, if they do it, whatever. It was their reaction to that when people were like, let's not have anything, because, it doesn't fit the aesthetic, it doesn't fit the story, it doesn't fit the universe, the canon. They really got up in arms on it. A lot of people went, like the admin of the site came out and basically just said, if you don't support LGBT, you're not a fan of SCP, you can fuck off. We can do what we want. The old people who created it, because it came from 4chan, and as we all know, 4chan is a glorious place of tolerance. They said those people were toxic. They tried to get rid of all those people. So they're basically saying that they're getting rid of the people who originally made it, and, if you don't follow their viewpoint, then tough shit, is basically, which is a bit weird to me, even if I don't necessarily disagree with them.
Immediately after that, it came out, oh yeah, we want to merchandise this now.
Yeah.
So we're going to start selling mugs and t-shirts, and it's just, whole thing's kind of weird.
Yeah, because it's not something that they built up originally, and a lot of the original people around it have gone and long since departed. And then they want to merchandise it, they want to make TV series out of it, but it's user content. So how that would work, I'm not entirely sure. But who knows? It's a bit of a clusterfuck. It's a bit of a shit show. If you go to the subreddit for it, it's funny. It makes some funny reading. They're just basically blocking anyone who disagrees with them, which it's going down a whole different route. That's
never a good sign.
Yeah. That's the whole point. And, even if you don't disagree with the message, it's like, fine, have Pride Month, whatever, that's fine. Although some of them are, frankly, let's be honest, some of these stories are ridiculous. There is one about a planet, like a biological star or planet with an umbilical cord. This is a full story. Who identifies. It's a planet, a biological monster planet thing that identifies as a transgender woman who writes a Tumblr blog.
I mean, I remember back in the day, like, going to the TV tropes page for SCP, and they kind of have a here's the best and most interesting entries list, so you didn't have to sort through everything.
Yeah, it can be hard to stumble across the good ones.
My favorite was the coffee maker that could be programmed to spit out any liquid. And people were like, I want to have the most delicious thing in the world. And it would be. And then they had to put it away because someone just typed in so-and-so's blood and that other guy dried up.
Oh, no.
They said, all right, we have to take away this fun toy.
That's cool.
Okay, I don't want to distract all of a sudden, but did you guys see the game from E3 called Control?
Yeah.
It's basically this premise.
Lake or whatever that other, like, TV show game combination was.
Yeah, it's Quantum Break.
Yeah.
I just remember because I saw some gameplay from it, and there's at one point where there's this dude just in a glass cage staring at a refrigerator, and he's like, I have to keep staring at the refrigerator or something will happen, and no one relieves me from my shift for 24 hours.
Maybe it's a little bit inspired by it. Yeah, because it's just cool. The stories, like one of my favorites is the staircase one, where it's just a staircase in a high school. So they go down and it's told through a series of like audio logs. between a doctor and then the guy who's got the headset, or the subjects who've got the headset. And they go down, and after reaching like the fifth flight of steps, they start hearing a girl crying for help, like a small girl. And they keep going down and down and down, and it never gets any closer. And, you know, they say, oh, it's about 200 meters away, it sounds like. They'll go 200 meters down, still sounds the same. And then there's a face that follows them, like just a face that's just there, that they just see this face. And it was pretty... I really liked how it was written. It was just a sort of eerie imagery, which was kind of cool. But that's one of my favorites. Anyway, that's all I had. Does anyone have any anime news?
One more of those before I get to like actual anime news.
Yeah.
Was one of the things on the SCP wiki that is very consistent is details will be left out as like data expunged or like this data is missing. This has been censored. One of the best and most just chilling stories is the one where it's a pair of deep sea divers going inside of this like biological mass in a cave.
Mm-hmm.
And you see all the stuff that's censored and you think, oh, this is kind of uninteresting. It's spooky, but not too weird.
Yeah.
But then there's the second version where all that information is still there and it becomes much, much worse and far creepier. That's one of the best stories on that site.
I'll have to go have a look at that. Did you say read the first version, then the second?
Yes. The non-censored version, and it's a lot worse.
Oh, that sounds really cool. Yeah, I'll have to give that a look. It's got me reading it again, because I was reading it around Halloween last year, and then I got into it like again recently because they were talking about it, so, you know. How to get in there. It's still good. Still check out the stories, everyone. There's some good gems there.
Actual anime news. There's a Kill la Kill game coming out.
What?
Yeah, it's an arena fighter made by the people who did that Little Witch Academia game that I guess wasn't too great, but it's coming.
Okay.
So, that's that.
That could be fun. Like a fun arcade style beat 'em up thing.
Mm-hmm. That's kind of the default game for large battle anime with an ensemble cast.
I mean, it makes sense. I mean, it'd be cool if you could like play as like any of the like rando 2-star characters that had in the background.
Boxer guy, tennis girl, the 4 that just popped up for 2 seconds in the one episode.
There's a couple episodes where just like we went through these 15 clubs.
Really hoping they all make it in. But, I don't know. Expectations are very low. This is kind of one of those, maybe it'll be free on the PlayStation Network Plus someday.
You love those free games.
Yeah. I feel like there was other news, but I've forgotten it and don't really want to dig through old Twitter to find it.
I really haven't seen anything. I saw Tita Kubo got a haircut. Oh boy. Now he actually kind of looks like his age.
I'm glad he didn't die.
Me too.
That's not like sarcastic. He came real close.
He did. The article also talked about how he's taking it easier these days.
Good. He earned it. And also I think Bleach is starting back up with like some flash forward content post epilogue.
I don't know. That's novel stuff was happening. There's also going to be I think it was supposed to be like a prequel sort of one shot. Prequel-ish.
But yeah, if you and Lego want to start up Podkai again, when all that drops, you can kill Bleach twice.
Podkai special. All good.
That's all I can think of.
Fair enough. I haven't, like I say, sorry. I haven't looked, guys. I'm sorry.
Well, it's fine, because we should probably get on to what we've been watching for the last 2 weeks, because we didn't talk about it last week either.
We really, really should. Let's do that. Manimal. What have you been watching?
I thought I'd rewatch Bakuan. I was talking about it 2 episodes ago. I only watched like 4 episodes because I'm bad at watching stuff. It's still just as good. It's still a great series. Vacant's an awesome series. I freaking love that show. You
Is
know?
that the one where they rode motorbikes?
Yeah, that's a great
Okay.
series. It's just as good as I thought it would be back then.
Good.
But-
You could go on a whole nostalgia trip. Kaijo and everything, the works.
Freaking Rip Kaijo. 2016 best year for anime for me, obviously. So many good shows. Unbelievable. I think I should take a moment every day to just remember Kaijo.
I think you're the only one who had a good 2016.
Yeah, actually.
You might be the only person on the planet.
I had a really good
year.
I had a really good 2016. All anime in 2016 was freaking great. We had Bakuon, we had Flying Witch, we had Manchu, we had Kaijo, we had Hibiki Euphonium 2. It goes on.
I'd have to
Anime
go
this
back and see
anime
what
this year,
came
I
out.
don't give a shit. Although I should watch Yuru Camp because I really like pictures of Ren because it really makes for a nice profile picture. And I should watch this series. I watched 2 episodes, but it was so good.
You finished that show.
I'd like to.
I can't believe you guys have already done the spring preview. Or
The summer preview.
preview.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
next
neither
season.
can I.
We always do it first week of the month before.
Yes, and it still comes too quickly.
Yeah.
Seasons aren't long enough. We need another one.
We need a season
Yeah.
between.
One year
seasons.
should be 2 trips around the sun from now on.
Boom. But yeah,
It is pretty crazy.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, I gotta finish something. That's how it goes.
That's fair enough.
That's all
we
for me.
all go through those patches. Where
I'm
Did you
gonna go
say-
make some waffles now.
Did you say you were going to wait to finish or just burn through all of the new Full Metal Panic at once?
Yeah, it's weird how these things work, isn't it? Oh my God, Full Metal Panic! Oh my God, Full Metal Panic! You asked me today. I'll watch it, I guess. Like
I have been there. Yeah.
it's funny because Full Metal Panic is my second favorite anime of all time, but my indifference.
Here's a question. When is it
Right.
going to wrap up?
Well, you'd hope with like
I mean,
Maybe.
how many?
another season after
I mean-
this one.
I guess how many episodes are left in this run?
Oh, I don't know if it's how it's going down, but I don't know. It's weird that I just don't really care after all this time. No, that's just how it goes.
Maybe you care too much, and
I
you're
care
afraid
too
to
much.
get hurt.
Well, no, it's because so much time has passed since the initial announcement, and now I don't really watch shows that much anymore anyway. So it's just times are different.
I don't know, man. Well, we've seen you go through these things, and I feel like if you just watched the show,
Oh, you know how it is. I'd
whole
watch the
tune
show,
would change.
and I'd come back, and I'd be like, guys.
You just got to start.
I know.
I miss
Yeah,
the
but-
days when Manimal carried these "What have you watched this week" segments.
Well, that happened. You know, that happened in 2016 when I was watching a lot of really great shows. Freaking High School Fleet, rip. But freaking Kaijo though. How can we ever forget Kaijo in the world? We can't.
I always do until you bring it up again.
And I never do because it's unforgettable. But yeah, I don't know. I gotta watch. I really want to watch Yuru Camp though for some reason. Other than that, I don't know. But that's all I have to say.
You enjoy the waffles, dude.
Yeah,
Coryn,
I'm gonna get them.
what have you been watching these last 14 days?
Well, I have watched, of course, the last couple episodes of the Legend of Galactic Heroes, which is still good despite what everyone else here says. Then there is, of course, Megalobox is killing it.
Mm-hmm.
Just killing it. Like, Brian, I assume you're up to date?
Nope. I haven't seen much of anything in like the last 3 weeks.
Oh, god damn it, I can't talk about it then.
I'm going to get caught up. I
It's
thought I was
just-
going to do it today, but maybe
There's some-
tonight while we
there's
do
some-
laundry.
There's a couple good twists in those last 3 episodes that I don't want to spoil for you, though.
No, I got one of them where somebody finally found out Junk Dog's not Joe.
Okay, that's not the one I'm thinking of.
Oh.
So there's basically, it kind of all comes to a head because their whole thing with they're only in this because the crime boss set them up to do it, and that whole thing comes to a head, and it's just done so well, and I don't want to spoil how the whole thing kind of goes about. So, but it's excellent, and it's doing really good, and it's not concentrating as much on the fights as I thought it would, especially now that they're into the big Megalonia.
Megalonia. You want to say Megalovania
I
just
do.
because it sounds so much better and is a good song from Undertale, but it's not.
and a good song from like 15 other things. But yeah, Megalonia. It's not much about the fights, although I do appreciate when they introduce because you have obviously Joe and Yuri who are both Japanese, but then the other two people in the big tournament, the other two of the four, are not. And I think they actually got people who speak the languages because they had this press conference, and the dude who's either Mexican or some sort of South American speaks Spanish, and the American dude speaks English.
Huh.
And real English.
Like
Although it's very strange because he's this giant hulking barbarian looking dude, and he has a very high pitched voice for his build.
Have you heard Mike Tyson?
Yeah, but it's not even in that weird Mike Tyson whistly way. It's more I don't know, if they got Vacant to do it.
Yeah, if they got me there, and I'm really excited for the fight.
Burn on Vacant.
I mean, it's just him going I'm going to destroy you. It's not the best read.
My defense is impenetrable. My offense is impenetrable.
It's like
they should have got to do it.
Who?
Scott Steiner.
Yes.
That guy knew his way out, around the English language.
But it just feels like they got an English voice actor for cheap, and they're read the lines, and he's how's that? And they not, being Japanese,
They don't know.
didn't really know if he had a really good performance or not, and just said it was fine.
My favorite Scott Steiner moment is when he forgot the word sympathy and instead just called it simpy. And then he's out there, Kevin Nash, going, "You're trying to get my simpy, but you ain't going to take my simpy from me." It's the best 10 seconds of my life, that is. I saw that.
But yeah, no, it's going real good. I'm really enjoying it. Then,
Good.
go ahead.
That's good to hear.
Yeah. And then, Golden Kamuy is the same level of good as it always is. It's still weird how they end arcs in the middle of an episode and start a new one. And
Yeah.
I saw a clip where they're in the hotel thing.
oh yeah, the last episode ended with they're going to the hotel. I'm really excited. It's just murder hotel, because they were in the little preview thing for the next episode. I want to say there was it was after the credits, little post credits going on in that one. It's just cut to the next little frame of, and the whole just tagline was, "It's a murder hotel."
Yes. Oh, I need to get caught up on that. I need to just start over so I can remember what all's going on.
I am an episode behind on Golden Kamuy, but it has just been consistently good. It wasn't quite what I expected because there's so much of, we've said before anyway in previous weeks, so I'm just rehashing what we said previously. About the whole almost wildlife documentary style thing that's happening in the nature program and learning about the culture. But it's all enjoyable. It's all delivered in a nice package and parcel. I just have a good time watching that show.
Yeah, it's very fun.
It's educational.
It is. It's just so strange.
And the faces are very fun.
Great
Yes, they
faces.
are. I'm annoyed because it's one of them shows which is consistently very good, and it'll be an 8 or a 9, but it won't get the love it deserves. It'll be overshadowed by the bigger names or the more controversial ones of the season.
Speaking of controversial,
Yes, justify my decision to stop watching this show.
you knew it was coming.
What?
It's
Well, we
Darling in
didn't
the
know it
Franxx.
was fucking coming. That's the problem
No,
with this goddamn show.
The audience knew we were going to be talking about it. Nobody fucking knew what was going to happen in Darling in the fucking Franxx.
Okay, guess what happened in episode Okay, here's the timeline. So episode 18, wedding between children. They get kidnapped, brainwashed. Episode 19, flashback to the Doctor to tell us, do you know 15 years ago the planet was okay, and then we just sorted everything out. Episode 20 and 21, aliens.
Aliens. Also, we learn about the dangers of unprotected sex when you're 15 years old.
It's educational.
Aliens. Also,
Just aliens.
Also, Papa's aliens.
Oh, look, the traitorous bitch came back.
Um, that's my wife talking about my dog.
Okay.
I was gonna say 02 did come back in the show.
And she turned all demon red for a moment, and then it stopped, and I was sad because I've been waiting for Demon Red 02 the whole damn time. And
So we got a hell of a lot of explanation of what things are, but none of it. It just was literally pulled. It was like pulled out of their arses. So the Klaxors were a species that were Klaxosapiens, which lived 60 million years before humans.
Yeah, when the dinosaurs were supposed to have been around, apparently they weren't. There was an actual different species that were blue and had horns. And then aliens invaded, and then they did exactly what the humans did in the current, well, let's say present, and turned themselves into sexless robots.
Yeah.
And then fought off the aliens, but there was just kind of some little bit of aliens, and then more aliens are coming, so they went underground, and some of them liquefied themselves. And it doesn't explain why the entire planet turned into desert after they got rid of the magma energy. Nothing makes sense.
Yeah. Also, the Franks that they pilot are actually Klaxors, even though they're machines know.
I think they were like melted down Klaxors.
I don't.
Because they built the original Klaxosapiens built what were just Franks. They just looked like robots. Somehow they turned into these weird things eventually. I guess through evolution? I don't think that's how evolution works.
Weapons.
It's like...
So these mindless beasts that are attracted to magma energy were actually piloted by people who have been in hibernation for 60 million years, but they've kind of lost their minds, I think, because they were saying the only one who's legit a Klaxosapien is the Klaxor princess, who 02 is cloned from.
And all the 9s are cloned from 02.
And she's supposed to be the main bad guy, but wait, she isn't actually. She just wants to get into this big star entity, which is a weapon.
Which is a giant FranXX.
Because it just so happens that an alien fleet has returned again.
At the exact moment.
Just good timing, great timing that she needed to get there. Just as that fleet's approaching, she got in there and fucked shit up.
I love the running joke that this whole show is Shinzo Abe's plan to raise the birth rate in Japan.
It's just, they've gone, okay, we've introduced the main bad guy really late. It's this Klaxor princess. She's the kind of leader of them all, fair enough. Obviously, we knew that the human overlords were a bit dickish, so they were probably going to be antagonists at some point. But this is our direct opposition. But wait, no, it's not. There's aliens, and oh, by the way, there was aliens that happened.
And they're energy beings, except sometimes they have bodies.
Yeah.
Also, the humans on the Council of Ape or whatever, some of them have faces, but not all of them do.
The ones who didn't were Verm, which were the aliens. They were VIRM.
Yeah, but that doesn't explain the ones that got killed by the Klaxar princess that didn't have faces.
I thought they were the Verm guys.
But what if they were Verm, then why would they go down and why would they get murdered so easily?
I don't know, because this thing didn't make any sense. It's dumb, but it's okay because the Verm were one step ahead. This thing that's been hidden under the earth for 60 million years, this massive weapon that can destroy fleets of alien starcraft, has been tampered with a bomb. So if the Klaxor princess went in it, then she'll explode and it'll wipe out the planet. However, it's okay because Zero Two and Hero exchanged enough cliched love dialogue that their love conquered all, and they stopped the explosion.
Also, the Klaxor princess got absorbed into Zero Two. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
But also, Dr. Franks got literally popped like a
like
zit
a bug.
by a giant piece of rubble into a blood explosion.
Yeah.
Felt a little bad.
He was happy. He'd seen Strelezia, whatever it was called, Apex, or I don't fucking know, I can't remember. But he'd seen his dream come to fruition. No idea about the other humans because they basically showed a little thing where.
Oh yeah, everyone else, everyone else but these kids got turned into energy, zapped up into energy rays. Also, apparently, there's only like 12 people living on any single one of those domes. Gotta say,
there wasn't many.
Not many.
I was like, oh, they all go. Oh shit, no, that's everyone. That's everyone who's gone.
Everyone's
except the
gone.
kids.
Except for the kids. And I'm guessing possibly Nana and what's his face? Haju, something like that.
Dude.
And so yeah, also they took the giant god-stealing spear, the aliens I mean, and they're gonna totally come back. But also it doesn't matter because you can't rebuild the entire human population off 6 kids.
No, but one of them's having a baby.
Yeah, no, that's so much inbreeding.
One's
So
giving birth. Apparently.
you're effectively extinct.
Yeah, they're gone.
None of
Mines are
them know
still alive.
science. None of
assume
them
they're
know
gonna go
anything
crazy.
about survival. In fact,
No,
they practically
baby.
died living in an encased dome with rainwater coming down and shit. They can't survive. They don't know how agriculture works. There's obviously nothing living on the planet's surface.
They got books somewhere, maybe.
You're gonna die. It's all over.
I wonder
Speaking
what
of death now.
Klaxosaur tastes like.
People or ancient dinosaur people, apparently. But
Dino aliens.
speaking of dead, in the episode ends with 02 looking like she's dead.
And we hang uncomfortably long on that shot.
Of her eyes open because she's used all her strength to stop this explosion and absorb the Klaxor princess. And in the opening, there's the shot where Hero goes to hug her and then she kind of phases through and disappears. So, if she's dead, no, probably not because there's 2
No.
episodes to go.
It's not. And so, well, unless one of them's another special, who the fuck knows?
The power of love will bring her back because he said, no matter where you go, I'll find you. And they hammered that home 3 times in the episode. I like that one where he's like, I made a promise to, right, literally 10 minutes before in the episode, they're like, oh, if you go somewhere, I'll come get you, I promise. And then, like, later on, she goes, I made a promise. I'd find him wherever he was. Like, as if it was, like, really harking back to something in the story. It's like, no, that was only a few minutes ago. It's not like a heartfelt thing, an oath that you swore years ago and has been, embedded into you and your core being. I don't know. It just sort of, they whipped out aliens out of nowhere. And now it was an alien invasion. The Klaxors were fighting. And then they're going to come back and there's 2 episodes left. And
Also, I just got something. Their humanity is especially fucked with inbreeding because they already established that they want 2 people to be together forever because of love, right? But like, one of those characters is a lesbian. She ain't procreating.
she will be.
She can take one for the team.
That's not
Exactly.
cool.
Need them genes.
And the fat one's still in love with what's her face.
Oh, they're all just going to fuck each other.
That's not cool.
It is. It's fine. They're going to make more babies. And
This
then...
is why. This
Someone
is not...
can just grab a turkey baster and that'll fix right up.
Okay, so if those 2 have had a baby,
problematic opinions today on the happy hour.
Kokoro and the other kid, I forgot his name. They have a baby.
Mitsurugi?
Yeah, that guy.
Mitsurugi.
When their baby grows up, if it's a girl at the age of 18, then Hero can, we can make it work somehow.
Technically, I think women are fertile at 12 years old, but I
Let's
try not to think
know.
about it.
Our name's
I just
not,
know because there's the fact out there that you can be a grandmother at 24.
Yeah, that's slightly terrifying and disturbing.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah. Don't get excited, you lolicons out there. We're not suggesting anything otherwise. Go back. Go back to your weird fucking basements, freaks. That's about all I can say about Darling and FranXX. I want to kind of just see how they end it. I'm dumbfounded with it. Like looking at the last 2 episodes, like how could you possibly tie the story together in some satisfactory manner? By the way,
It'd be one thing if there was this twist with the aliens in the middle of this 24 episode series. That'd be one thing.
well, if they'd introduced that in episode 13, I'd be happy. But it's 21 out of 24.
It's too
This whole
late.
show really feels like A1 is just trying to make a Trigger show, but they don't know how to do it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I want to see what else happens.
It's
And what
like
comes
there's
up.
still some like cool robot fight stuff, but that's Trigger's end.
Because everything that they set up, like the explanations are so dumb. Like the whole, the Klaxors are out. Ha ha! You see how we foreshadowed that Klaxors may have had pilots? Well, and then it's the dumbest explanation ever.
I mean, this is all Trigger, Gynax, twists, and storytelling, but with none of the flair or passion.
It's the twist without a
But
good
there's
sound.
also Trigger doesn't have this many twists. They keep it, 1 or 2. This has had like 5. It keeps having
Yeah.
twists.
The real evil is aliens, and they're actually clothes. It's string.
I feel like the Nines are going to get possessed by the Verm aliens, and then they'll be the final battle.
I'm not convinced there's
Maybe.
that many of them left though, because I think a couple got 8.
That was another thing. How dumb was that? Right, they're in mechs. They're mech people. One of them gets pulled down. They all immediately throw their weapons away to try and pull these aliens off them and do a terrible job, and then they get eaten. It's like, you have weapons. Why would you go in unarmed and go, hang on, let me just pull them off you? What idiots.
Everyone in this
decision.
show is exactly as stupid as everyone else in this show.
Everybody's dumb. Oh, the writers are dumb. The writers should feel bad for writing this.
It's just, there's some parts of it that I'm really invested in. Like, I really want to know what's going on with Nana. She's, like, interesting. Because, she's got her whole, I kind of got grown up, but also I'm sort of half regressed.
She's
and like,
regressing to puberty again.
like, you
but
could do
not
a whole show
physically
about
aging.
her, from her perspective. But
I feel
no,
like the payoff for it won't be very satisfying. That's just a hunch that I've got.
it won't be.
Sure.
I'm sure it won't. She might never show up again.
Maybe not. They might just go, she got magicked away by the alien energy thing.
Maybe. It just
Who
feels
knows?
dissatisfying to show her locked away in a cage, and it's like, well, that's the show.
Yeah, maybe it's because of how much time we've invested in the show. We keep trying to find the good in it. Or like, a battered housewife
That's
coming
the
back.
problem, is because there is good in the show. It's just, like,
That might have been
sparsely
offensive, sorry.
intertwined, Because you can't say it's been all bad. You really can't.
No,
There's, again, as we said, good ideas very poorly executed.
There's
I like the action.
about 5 minutes of solidly animated fight scenes in there.
I like the fights.
And the robots kill the dinosaurs real good.
They do.
That's what we wanted. Instead, we got teen angst, drama. We're not allowed to love.
I'm no stranger to loving a show for imagining the better show it could have been. But, yeah, The Battered Housewife is a good allegory.
Yeah. I don't know. Whatever. We'll report more when it finishes of Darling and FranXX, but expectations have gone a little low. I was kind of just incredulous that you were just like, what? Wait a second, have I missed an episode or something? Nope.
It just feels
Okay.
like it'd be a fun show to get high and watch.
Look forward to Gridman.
I would have loved to be in the, see some kind of production meeting for when, the story was pitched. I would have just loved to be a fly on the wall on that and just see, they must have been high. You just gone, are you sure? No setup?
I'm not sure it was pitched. I think they just started showing up one day with finished episodes. Two guys are like, we did it. We've made the perfect anime.
Oh, shit. I don't know.
There's
that's
just a
done,
hat with a bunch of ideas inside, and they pulled out robots, dinosaurs, and aliens.
Except they lost aliens under the couch for 20 episodes.
Hey, Jimmy, when were you supposed to do aliens? Oh, fuck.
Wait a minute. Fuck. Turn the main villain to...
They were always aliens.
Screw it.
What would have been cool if, what if they weren't aliens? What if they were, the original humans come back to retake it from the Klaxars, and the humans that were left on the planet were just like the assholes they left behind?
Oh, so it's Gears of War.
That'd been a good twist. But it wasn't.
What if we're the aliens?
What could have been? Could have been. Oh, no.
I will tell you one thing. It's a really cool robot design where it looks like the big puffy dress with the Russian-looking hat.
With the big cannon. Yeah,
that's
my
a good
favorite.
robot.
That is might be controversial here. But that's the only good one for me.
I like the purple one too. I forget the name, but I like that one too because it's got the big wing gun arms too.
Oh yeah, that one's kind of cool.
Those two are good. I can take or leave Ichigo's robot.
I don't like the faces. I hate that they have faces.
It is a bit weird.
I still remember hearing the premise of this show and thinking it was a guy piloting his robot, which is also his girlfriend. I want a romance with that.
I would love it if the robot was an actual person. It's not. It's just like a human's psychology on a person. Let's stop talking about Darling in the Franxx.
What else did you watch?
That's it.
Okay. Nah.
Did you know that Grand Blue Fantasy has its Persona 5 tie-in event going on right now?
No.
It's
How's
cool.
it tying in?
There's a sub-event where the first 4 characters you get from Persona 5 get thrown into Grand Blue Fantasy World, and they rob a palace made from the Dragon Companion character in Grand Blue Fantasy. The whole thing is done in an hour, but they use all the P5 music, and then at the end of it, you get an SSR Joker as a permanent character in your party, and he's really good.
Oh, that's kind of cool. I like those little crossover things.
Yeah. This comes hot off the heels of the Uma Musume promotion, where you just got bonus stuff for login, and Special Week, which just hand you more crystals.
Sadly, I don't own that game.
It's free to play. It's a mobile game that you could be playing it right now.
I could.
You just have to find the page that lets you wade through all the Japanese in Mopage till you can get to the English version of the game, which is a bit of a pain, but fun.
Fair enough. I'd need to delete WWE Supercard off my phone, because that's the free game that I play. Which is killing me inside and outside. But have you... Oh, no. You've already said that you didn't watch anything for the last few weeks.
Again, I'll probably do that, just burn through a bunch of stuff tonight, because I want to see what happened in Joe and... Megalobox. Sorry. Keep thinking of Ashina no Joe that it's based on. But there's that, and then, Hinamatsuri, and I have been going steadily through the Irresponsible Captain Tyler instead of Legend of Galactic Heroes, which is what I said I was going to watch. But it's 100 episodes plus movies, and that's a whole awful lot.
That's a fair chunk of time to invest in that. Fair enough. For me, I am way behind on Hinamatsuri, so I need to catch up on that one. Golden Kamuy we've already discussed. Darling in the Franxx we've already discussed. The only other one that I watched is My Hero Academia. It's happened.
Yeah.
The fight has happened. And it's done. And I don't know. It was really well done. I liked how they did it. So, spoilers for My Hero Academia if you haven't watched it, blah, 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 whatever. For the latest episode. So, if you haven't watched it, pause, go watch it, come back. So the All for One fight happened, and it was good. I seem to recall more moves and more action in the manga. Maybe there wasn't. Maybe that's my brain filling it in.
Maybe.
Because when I now think about it, I was like, well, actually, the fight was quite short.
Well, he just kept punching him. And
yeah,
he
but
just kept punching him.
But that's the thing. All Might shouldn't be great, because on the surface, what's his power? He's just really powerful, like really strong. And he's the smiling hero who wants to protect everyone. On the surface, it's so basic. It's so, just Superman, I guess, but it's just so good. Like, he loses his power in front of everyone. And the news, the helicopters see it, and he's exposed to the world, and he's feeling, he's at the edge, he's at his limit, and he still pushes through. He's been taunted, and he's told that, his teacher and mentor, her grandson, is the guy that he's been trying to capture and fight all that time. His resolve is shaken, but then he still comes through in the end, and he outsmarts his opponent and fucks him up, and the United States of Smash is not only an awesome name for a finishing move, but it damn look good animated as well.
Yeah.
I love the English actor. I forgot who it is, but they're bloody good. You got to scream along with it. But it was really good. It was really well done. It was weird because it was staged over 2 episodes, but of course it will. That's just how it is, because it's sort of in between with the Bakugo rescue and stuff. Didn't expect them to get to it so quickly, but again, I'm sort of trying to pace it in my brain from when I read the manga last year, so it's a bit different, but there's a lot to come still. Hopefully we'll see more we'll finish on the hero license, provisional license exam thing, because that's a fun arc. I can't wait to see that animated.
I keep forgetting about that. In my mind, it just jumps right to
Go
the
to
internship.
Overload. Or not Overload, what was his name? Overhaul. No, that was the thing. I was thinking that as well. I was like, oh my god, are we going to get to Overhaul already? But no, it's the Hero Provisional License, which is a really fun one. It's a good take on the... It's not just a battle tournament or something. It's like a little point system that they have, and it's actually kind of cool. It's a fun one, so I can't wait for that. And then you have all, story developments and exposition and all that shit. But good epic fight. I felt it was lacking just because I remembered more action in the manga, but I don't think there is, and that was just me. God, it's good. I still enjoy it. Still enjoying My Hero Academia, very, very much so. So, God bless All Might. He protect. He buff, he blonde, but most importantly, he goes beyond. But we'll go beyond, because that's all I've watched. I haven't watched shit more than that, sorry.
I am gradually catching up with Westworld again also, but...
I have just finished episode 8. I need to watch episode 9. And maybe the season finale's out today?
Really
tomorrow?
Disappointed when a character who I thought was dead came back.
Yeah. Bit of a shitball. I know which one you're on about.
Yeah. I've told my wife many times, her and the Hemsworth brother that isn't Thor, I'm not a big fan of.
It was kind of just like, oh yeah, she was around.
Yeah.
Oh no, wait, she's in a cave all along. It's fine, don't worry about it. In this high-tech utopia where everything is monitored, she's been dragged to a cave and left.
Yeah, that's on the doorstep of the other secret laboratory. Although that one part was pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean, it's fun, like I say, I like the middle of it a lot. Like, it's quite fun of the Asian land, south, well, I can't remember what they called it.
Ooh, I haven't gotten there yet. We took a brief tour through Tiger Country, but nothing in Samurai World.
The Samurai Land soon. That's probably the next episode that you'll get onto. You would have seen it in the trailer. It's fine. It's okay. There's not spoilers. There's samurai around.
Neat.
But yeah. That is it from the anime side of things. Do you guys want to go into a topic? I've got a topic, or shall we wrap this show up? Because we've been going a while, I think.
It's been going a while, and it's already late, so let's wrap it up.
Wrap it up, boys. Keep it going. Finish it up. Okay, that's it for me. Next week we've got, I don't know, something. I've got a topic for next week then. I'll keep that in the back pocket, just in case, for the final episode pre-Kansas.
Pre-Kansas City.
Is there any last words from you guys before we head on out the door?
No.
I want to give a shout out to whoever it was that uploaded to Spotify. There's this one piece of soundtrack from Megalobox that they basically play every time they're about to go into a match. And it's on Spotify, and it's fantastic. I'll listen to it when I work out now.
I was going to say, is that your pre-workout? That's got to be.
It gets you pumped. It's just called Megalobox, too. So if you want to find it, just search Megalobox on Spotify.
Search Megalobox.
Also, shout-outs to iTunes for having the song from the Devil May Cry 5 trailer, Pull My Devil Trigger.
Is that what it's called?
That is I don't remember if that's what it's called. I bought it, but the line, frustration getting bigger, bang, 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 pull my devil trigger.
That's my favorite. I like it.
Truly, it's modern-day Shakespeare.
It is. I should have been the one to fill your dark soul with light. Devil May Cry is a very well-written series.
Yeah. The fifth one's coming out. We're all happy and excited. But that is it from us. Thank you very much for listening. Make sure you listen to next week's as well. And it will be up on YouTube, so don't worry about it. Definitely will be. Probably. Hopefully. Should be. We're on Podbean, SoundCloud, iTunes, all that stuff. So you can find us on there. Stitcher, all that shit. So it's all good. Manimal, I think you've probably got something to take us out with.
Yeah, first of all, I didn't do this. Yes.
You're slipping. You're slipping on the harmonica.
I know, I keep forgetting it. I keep doing it at the end of the episode. But anyways, the trees communicate a breath of fire to the lines above the towers that go beyond that which we know. The trees were there, and they continue to be bare, and they continue to be there. The Chuni wanders, crunching leaves and bits of screws and stuff on the ground. It is like a play stage where the wood creaks as the Chuni wanders, unsure of the audience, unsure of the spectator. The Chuni just goes and just goes. She does. No one knows. No one wonders. No one cares, she thinks. For life is only the distilled reality of the bean inside the mug. Inside the circus, the three-ring fires of clowns, lions, and tigers run through air, run through the dirt to find the new meaning inside that which has no meaning but what is assigned. The Chuni mans the circus with a whip and a dip and a hand on her hip. She wonders why no one cares. She knows. Her armpits, the secret. All along, the sweater bears none. The Chuni in the forest needs to awaken life, needs to forsaken the knife that she holds. The pits, they hide. No one can see them, and no one wonders why. The Chuni knows this.
Oh my god, For Neverworld has released a rap song.
Thanks.
Need to listen to this.
Let's start here. Breathe ass, eat air.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I breathe ass and eat air. Night, everyone. Bye.
Yeah.